Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Tales from the Forgotten Troop. If you're enjoying what we're doing, we have many ways to support the show. We have a Beacons page with affiliate links, a coffee, Redbubble merch, all that fun stuff. All of our social medias are on there, so you can follow us, keep up with updates about the show, join the Discord, all that fun stuff. If you're watching the VOD, make sure to like and subscribe. But you can join us weekly, live. Participate in chat where all the fun is. And we can have everyone introduce themselves and who they're playing. What's our icebreaker today?
Do astral project. No, I'm just kidding.
Elena does.
Yes.
Elena has space and time vision.
Yeah.
If you had a time machine, would you go back in time to meet your ancestors or forward in time to meet your descendants? Well, the bloodline probably stops with me, so the only option is to go back.
I'll go first. Hi, I'm Tess. I play Sylvie, aka Valkyrie. And at this point, I'm pretty sure Sylvie would go back in time because she doesn't know jack shit about her life beyond certain events
Yeah.
connected to her death.
Yeah. Super fun.
She's also not sure she'll live long enough to have kids, so we're fine.
Well, that
We're
also begs the
also in a
question,
gay
how do...
polycule, so...
Well, even beyond that,
shapeshifter.
how do Fae reproduce, or do they reproduce? These are
Well,
the
we
important...
did.
No.
Sylvie's gonna get all the girls pregnant. It's amazing.
These are the important questions
Daddy
we're going
of
to
Sylvie.
explore on tonight's session. It'll be a riveting debate and discussion.
I hate to be the one to point this out, but
No.
that did pretty much exactly happen in X-Men with Mystique and forget the character's name now, but I remember she's like the seer who can see into the future.
But did they have a motorcycle girl gang?
I mean, depending upon which Mystique you're talking about, I guess.
Maybe. I don't know enough about Mystique.
But did
Mystique's
she get the
worn a lot
entire
of
gang
hats.
pregnant? Because...
I mean,
just saying.
hypothetically she could, I guess. This is a weird conversation. Hello, everyone. I am Mr. Crow, alternatively just Crow. And I
When
will
our
again be playing
conversation's not
Joe
weird.
Hadley, aka Coyote. If I had a time machine, I would go into the future, if only to figure out the direction I should be headed to some degree. Because, like, if I know things work out in the future, I know roughly how to get there.
Or you're very depressed for the rest of your life.
The future is malleable.
If Joe had a time machine, I do think he would want to go back in time.
I
Cause
sort of expected that, yeah.
yeah, because well, he kind of has no clue what Navajo were like in their prime. He'd probably be curious to see that. He also probably would be witness to actual cowboys, which
Nerd.
For cowboys. What a dork.
I was more saying that because actual cowboys are kind of assholes.
Yeah, he would have hated them. You're my hero.
Poor
And then
Joe.
they just swear at him and spit next to his shoe, and he's like...
Just kick him in the face.
We're a few decades too early for the Back to the Future films.
Yep.
Mhm.
Only a few.
So I'm Jenna, and I play Roxy DeMarco. And Roxy, okay, so Jenna would definitely go back in time. There's some things that we need to fix. There's definitely some shit that needs to get fixed, okay? So, we can all get out of this hellscape dystopia. So if anybody has a time machine, please contact me. I have a plan. There's a cork board. It's got red threads. It's perfect. Anyways, Roxy would actually probably go forward in time. I was curious about what motorcycles are like in the future.
Just for the motorcycles.
Just for the motorcycle.
Pretty
She
much,
finds a
yeah.
Jixer and freaks out.
Mhm.
I'm Maria. I play Elena, aka Easy Living. Elena would probably go forward in time to see what happens. She's also gone forward in time, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
Hypothetically.
Heck, it gets weird. I don't know. I might go forward in time. I don't think I'd change anything though. I don't like time travel, so I just would not. Me personally, no, refuse.
I mean,
Elena,
that is the
forward.
correct answer when it comes to time travel is don't
Fuck
do
time
it.
travel.
No.
Because most
I
versions
mean,
of time
How much
travel.
worse could we really make it at this point?
Say that
Ew.
That sounds like a challenge.
It's not. It's really not.
We're already in the darkest timeline.
That's my theory.
Yep.
I guess.
In my regards, I'll be perfectly honest, my family is a miracle given the origins of it, so I'm not inclined to test anything because if I make anything worse, I'm fairly certain my family doesn't happen.
Yeah, but that's a sacrifice that I would make for the greater good. Not you, me. Sorry. I wouldn't sacrifice you for the greater good. Probably, Crow. Probably.
I don't believe you.
That's true.
It's the probably.
I don't believe it either.
I can at least hesitate.
Not for long.
Have you seen how it is? I'm sorry. It probably wouldn't impact you.
Mhm.
Probably.
All right. As far as a potential team, I rolled a 3, so that's a no.
Oh no.
No team for us.
You have 6 team. Thanks to the fight
16.
2 sessions ago.
Mhm.
Previously on Jukebox Justice, the group gathered as much info as they could from the people who'd been kidnapped. After they let them go, they brought the scientists to a warehouse where they could hopefully be questioned. In the midst of everything, Coyote snuck away and went to try and track down Councilman Evans to get some answers from him and maybe strike a deal about teaming up against Normal. However, Parhelia noticed his departure and caught up with him, questioning him in general about everything. While she didn't immediately tell Echo about Coyote's plans, she did tag along to see what he would do specifically and criticize him about a lot of it. Eventually, when Echo noticed Coyote's disappearance, she called Parhelia, who informed her what he was up to. After a tense conversation between Coyote and Echo, Sarah helped to convince Coyote that he should probably head back to the warehouse, so as not to make things worse. And they narrowly missed John Evans as he returned to his study while they were making their exit from the house. The two of them chatted on the way back to the warehouse, and Coyote unknowingly hit a nerve with Parhelia, which sort of gave him some emotional whiplash. Not that he wasn't already struggling to figure out whether he liked or disliked her, based on everything, which I find quite amusing.
Keeps on adding 1 coin to each column with every interaction they have, and it's driving him insane.
Okay. So everyone's sort of back at the warehouse. And the game plan had been for the team to start thinking of a plan to deal with Normal and try and convince John Evans to sort of pseudo side with them. So I didn't know if you wanted to start talking about that without Bree being here, or if you had other things you wanted to discuss.
I think we were going to interrogate the scientists first. See what we could get out of them, and then formulate the plan from there, if I remember correctly.
True. And I think we were sending in our bubbly, small, innocent-looking girlfriend who can wipe the floor with them.
Small, innocent-looking girlfriend in body armor.
It's fine. They don't know.
Sylvie can help dress her up to make her look extra innocent. It'll be fine.
I like to imagine that Roxy's just in her calamity suit, and the way you try and dress her up to make her look more innocent is you just put a poodle skirt over the bodysuit.
Yes.
And you put her hair in pigtails or fun buns.
Yeah,
That's
and
it.
then there's little
Like sticking out the
flowers.
side of the helmet.
So add little flowers to the little buns.
Yes.
Super cutesy.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, we were gonna have Echo do like mind scanning through this interrogation process, and possibly some pre-exposure to pheromones to try to get some loose lips.
Predisposed.
Can you make them drunk or whatever?
And
With the
try and make
pheromones?
them more likely to open up and be receptive to people around them.
Well, you might want to be careful because we don't want them too drunk, otherwise they're not going to be able to tell us things.
Well, it's not like real drunk. Just feeling drunk.
I mean, speaking from experience here, that stuff can knock you out if you get too much of it.
I
Oh,
wouldn't
yes.
know. I've never been drunk. My liver processes it too fast.
We were talking about the pheromones, darling. I
Yeah.
love you.
Love you too.
And Calamity, we have talked about what happens when someone imbibes too much of my pheromones.
What happens?
There was a certain individual that was a werewolf that was knocked out for quite a while.
Oh, yeah. Who was that? Forgot all
Aroma.
about that.
Yeah.
In any
Anyways.
case, I won't be able to help much if we go with the pheromone route, because that's going to pretty well conceal anything they might be giving off. We could probably listen in for the heartbeat, maybe, but...
Do you want to see if you can pick up any unique scents from them right now before we pheromone the rooms?
Well, I'm gonna guess right away that they all probably smell like strawberries. A lot.
Well, probably. But maybe there's something underneath them that could lead us to a more their central location for their normal beyond the strawberry universe.
Maybe. I'll see what I can pick up. Just let me know if anybody's waking up. And I guess I will start.
Wouldn't you notice that their breathing would be speeded up?
Actually, kind of depends on the person. Some people breathe faster than others, just naturally.
Like in their sleep?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Do
Especially
I
if
breathe
you're
fast?
dreaming. If people start having like some wild dreams, their body does weird things.
Interesting. All right. Well, why don't you sniff them out? I gotta go get some cookies and some other stuff.
All right.
I
I love how Joe doesn't even question that at this point.
I
You
promise
have
I
to
won't
feed
touch any of the kitchen appliances.
Yeah, and Roxy's just gonna be like fussing and making like food items, you know, the Mama DeMarco way of making people love
The
you.
usual.
Yeah, the usual.
So she'll smell like cookies going into the interrogation cell on top of everything else.
Which will definitely help with all the smells.
Yeah.
Solid strategy. All right. Well, I would like to go ahead and try straight up creeping to scope out a person in this particular instance. See what I can get off of them.
Okay.
Mundane the +1 at the moment. Okay. which turns that 10 into an 11. So I get to ask 2 here. Okay. Let's start with what happened here recently, with perhaps the broader implication of where have these people been recently. Hopefully, aside from Shadowverse.
That was their home. We literally just evicted them.
Kind of kidnapped them.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Forcibly evicted them. And
I don't know if you've
relocated.
noticed, but we kidnap a lot of bad guys. Like a lot.
We
It's
just kind of
fine.
kidnapped.
Yeah, we are serial kidnappers.
Surprise adoption.
Yeah.
A surprise relocation.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Surprise relocation.
Gonna drop them
I
out of a
mean-
plane like those fish repopulation things.
I mean, largely what you're getting is they were for a while in the Shadow Realm. And then I think you're probably just picking up other sort of clinical smells, like being like a lab, being in a lab.
So kind of similar to what Cynthia usually smells like, just like
Yeah.
disinfectant and
Just
latex gloves.
Yeah. Really like the sort of sterile chemicals that burn your nose hairs a little bit.
Mm-hmm. All right. And for the second question, let's go with who or what here is not what they seem.
Hmm.
There's some like unusual feature on one of these scientists that might give us a clue.
Um, I don't think any of them are really strange or unusual. They're all human, first of all.
That's good to confirm.
Yeah, they're all human. Not you didn't accidentally pick up a creeple.
That's good.
Just one that's a creeple that's just like
It's
sitting there with like eyes
yeah.
going different directions.
It's in the corner, but it's also looking at the corner and us. I think that's the one that Echo broke.
So nothing extremely distinctive. All seem like they were generally in the same place together.
Yeah. You'd probably be able to tell that like wherever they were all together at the lab in the Shadow Realm, and I think you'd be able to tell that wherever they were working or stationed or whatever before that was the same place as well.
Joe probably closes the last cell, comes out just like, well, I got good news and bad news. Bad news is not really a whole lot of leads. They all sort of smell the same. Strawberries with lower layer of disinfectant like a lab. Which is the good news. They all seem to have come from the same place, because the same sort of lab smell each time. And I guess technically I've got the scent for wherever they came from, but we still don't really know where that is.
Do you think you could, if a lab with the right chemical cocktail came up, you'd be able to identify it?
Maybe that's kind of difficult when it comes to disinfected places, though, because, well, the whole point of a disinfectant is to get rid of anything that isn't a disinfectant, really. So I haven't been to a lot of labs, but they all tend to sort of smell similar-ish. So it's not really a strong scent lead, unfortunately. And even then, I've been told by Henry that you generally don't want to be sniffing random things in a lab.
Also true.
Or touching,
Or licking.
especially around here.
Or all of the above.
There's a no touch, no smell, no lick zone.
You gotta get in, get out, hold your breath, plug your nose.
Close your eyes.
We're all required to wear straight jackets and gas masks.
Yeah, you joke, but boy, howdy, are we really close to that decision from Cynthia.
I was about to say, at some point, like, we cross a line and it just cuts to, like, Echo doing her thing, and the four of us are in, like, the Silence of the Lambs straight jacket and mask in the
We're
back.
all locked up.
Yeah.
Roxy has to have the special cuffs on.
I was about to say, good luck restraining Sylvie with her shapeshifting.
We all have the cuffs on.
Yes.
She tricked us. She gave us like some jewelry and it was We love you, Echo.
I'm now suddenly realizing that we didn't try actually putting one of those cuffs on Joe to see if we could turn off the werewolf form, but whatever.
None of us have had the brain cell whatsoever in regards to Joe.
No, there's no brain cell.
Brain
In any
cell's a
case,
myth.
I think the most we're going to get out of them is by words. So,
We can
yours.
dangle them over the edge of a balcony.
That
I've been told by Grandpa Les that when people are under duress like that or they fear for their lives, they're not always the most honest. They just tell you what you think you want to hear. They think you want
That's
to hear.
true.
Yeah.
You could torture somebody and get the exact information you found.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's try and be nice to them. Okay. Are they waking up, Charlie?
Yeah, I think it's been long enough since Sylvie stopped microdosing them that they're starting to stir a little bit.
Microfadosing them.
Yeah.
All right. So are any of them starting to stir?
Yeah, a couple of them, yeah.
Okay. Roxy's got like a tray that she's got like with like coffee and like pastries or cookies or whatever. Really doesn't matter what they were, but she made something that is delicious to give them.
Some good home Italian cooking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Lasagna, garlic bread, full out. Full out.
you made some for us too, right?
Plus, it's in the kitchen.
Just a pasta buffet.
Yeah.
Good, I'm
You have your
starving.
mac and cheese.
I feel
you
like
have
Joe
your
is always
lasagna,
appreciative.
You have your tortellini. You have your ravioli.
Like more than the rest, because he's like hungry all the time. So like he's like, oh, thank God, Roxy
I got
cooked
werewolf
it."
metabolism, man.
All right. So she's gonna unlock the cell. She'll throw the keys to Joe so he can lock her in with them. And she's just gonna go sit next to whoever's closest to waking up and stand over them sit over them creepily instead. No, I'm just kidding. She's just gonna be waiting for them to wake up.
Okay. Yes, they come to and start shifting around on the floor where they're tied up. and attempting to look around, but if you remember, they are all blindfolded and gagged. So they're just kind of like,
She is gonna, in fact, remove the gags and the blindfolds, and then she's gonna untie the ones that are awake.
I think they're all in
remind me, were
separate
they
cells.
were they in separate cells?
I'm pretty sure we separated all
Yeah,
of them.
so whichever one she's in,
Okay.
she's got coffee and snacks for him, and she has untied him, and she's just sitting there nicely. Hello.
I think as soon as he's untied, he scrambles backwards and like presses against the opposite wall.
Oh, we're not here to hurt you or nothing. I
This
just
is a-
came. I thought you might want a snack after you had a little, you know, a little nap, and you might want a snack and some coffee.
This isn't the one Sylvie stepped on, is it? Because there is one.
Oh, Roxy didn't step on him.
I mean, didn't all that happen when they were unconscious? So
No, that one was starting to wake up.
Mm.
Oh,
So there
okay.
might be
Okay.
one that might be a little traumatized, and I apologize.
We'll see. We'll say no. This guy just like scrambled backwards and pressed against the wall, and it's like looking around the cell, realizing it is not where he passed out,
Mhm.
and says, "Well, wait, you're in your costume."
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, that changes things. Yeah, just stares at you. He says, "What the hell is this? Where am I?"
You're in a holding cell at a undisclosed location. And you're here for questioning.
So you're holding me hostage. Is that what this is?
No. I'm not holding you hostage. Not personally, at least.
Did after Roxy entered the cell, did you lock the door?
No, Joe did. Because
I sorry, I was speaking to the group generally.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The scientist gets up and goes over to the door and tries the handle and finds.
See, technically the door is keeping you hostage.
And then Joe just like peers around the corner.
But your
You
friend
know.
locked the door.
Yeah.
So your friend is holding me hostage.
Well, we wanted to make sure you woke up safe, you know.
Safe from what?
Who knows? We were in a shadow realm with Creeple. I know. It can be pretty disorienting to wake up in a cell. I know that I can identify with that feeling. I've been in a cell a time or two. At lab-like facilities.
And I'm sure you wanted to get out of that cell, so if your friend wouldn't mind.
No, I did get out of that cell. It's a long story. It's really not relevant right now. I just
Clearly.
kept. Yeah, well, you know, it's not like we're gonna keep you here forever.
So you're going to hold me hostage for a limited amount of time.
I don't know. I'm not in charge. I just came here to bring you snacks, bro.
I don't want any snacks.
Okay, well, they're
You
good.
should. They're good snacks.
She starts eating one of the cookies.
You just unlock the door.
No.
Nope.
Where do you think you're gonna go?
Can we just say that we generally have Echo like reading surface thoughts through all of this?
Yeah.
Sure. Anywhere that's not here.
What do you think that we're gonna do to you here? Wouldn't we have already done it while you were unconscious? Why would I have untied you if we were gonna do something to you? It just doesn't make any sense.
Maybe you get some sick entertainment out of the sport of it. You know, a group of superpowered people against just a regular guy.
That's no fun. You're not even a challenge for me. So what do you got against superpowered people?
He just stays quiet.
Hmm.
It's in front of the door with a hand on the
You're not
doorknob.
the first person that I've experienced that has had some animosity towards us, but it's actually kind of funny, kind of a funny story. Scientists like you made me. And locked me up and experimented on me, so. On the bright side, we're not experimenting on you, you know? Are you hurt at all? Any injuries?
Why would you care?
Because I'm not a monster.
Maybe in one aspect.
Look, I didn't bring me into existence. Like I said, it was people like you that were experimenting on things they shouldn't have experimented on that brought me to life. I don't know one powered person that asked for their powers. So, I mean, what were you doing with all those powered people in the shadow realm?
That has nothing to do with you.
Are you sure?
You weren't brought there, were you?
Like to see you guys try. No, you picked on the powered people who were from the list. And you picked the ones I assume who you had a good chance at taking. I assume that the people you took had more passive powers. Right? Just correct me if I'm wrong, you know? I'm not super bright, so, you know, some of this sciencey stuff gets over my head. But I assume you all picked people who had powers, since there was a list of people with powers. And it told you exactly what they did. I assume you chose the ones that were easy to grab. I'm not an easy grab. I'm also not easy to cage. I'm not easy to get me to do a lot of things that I don't want to do, actually, if we're honest. Are you sure you're not thirsty?
I'm fine.
Okay. Well, I'll leave the tray here. Why don't you simmer on the state of your future, and I'll swing back around later.
Or you could unlock the door and let me out of here.
Why would I do that?
Are you gonna kill me?
Nah, we don't do that. We've got a very specific no killing rule.
So you claim?
Not a claim.
We kind of get fired if we break it.
Yeah,
That's the least of our worries.
And
is-
who's holding you accountable?
each other.
Certainly not you.
Well, he's trying to. I mean, that's what all this sciencey stuff is about, isn't it? They're
No,
trying to
but
find.
holding us accountable would be Councilman Evans' job, wouldn't it?
Why'd you grab his daughter? Just curious.
Oh yes, so curious about all of this.
Nah, not really. I'm just wondering what your brilliant plan was. I'm not that stupid. Give me a reason to let you out of cage, and then maybe we can talk about it. Why don't we start with your name then? No, nothing. All right. Well, enjoy the snacks. There's some coffee there, and there's a glass of water there. Nothing's drugged. You're good. She just gets up.
He's still standing in front of the door.
Oh, she's in. Excuse me. I need to get through there.
He does not move.
Me or you?
I'll do it.
Gently.
Yeah, she does. She's going to say, "Sit. I'm going to need you to move, or I have to physically move you. Okay?"
You can let me out of here.
Ah, that's not how any of this works. Were you going to let those kids that you had locked up go? What were your plans for them? Think about it for a while. I'll be back. And she just lightly picks him up by his waist, puts him to the side. And then when Joe opens the door, she just slips out.
Joe's quick to close and lock it behind her.
Mm-hmm.
His hand smacks against the door.
I know, buddy. Being in a cell is no fun. Been there myself.
You can get out. You just answer some questions.
Yeah, we're not looking to hurt you, but right now you're actively harming people from our community, and you have to understand that we have a responsibility to keep people safe.
Because, we're the heroes. We stop the bad guys. Joe says as he gestures at him. Kind of our job.
Yes, self-appointed heroes, super trustworthy.
You think you could do a better job?
I think there should be someone who can and does hold you accountable.
We hold each other accountable.
Well, my question to you would be, if we're self-appointed,
What
who
are
appointed you?
An actual organization.
And who appointed them? Think about it.
Because you see, we knew about Councilman Evans working with Normal, of course, made a whole big speech about it. And then you go and take his daughter.
Kind of sounds like you guys are going rogue.
So I
I
ask
wonder-
again,
How he'll feel.
who appointed you?
Suppose that would be the person who signs my paychecks.
And who is that?
Figure it out.
Okay.
We
Let's
will.
go see if your colleagues are a little more amenable.
And as Joe starts to walk away, with Calamity, he's gonna like lean down real quick. We need to talk to Elena real quick.
Okay.
Sylvia's gonna go over to the files and start looking for paychecks.
Mhm.
Smart. Who signed that cafeteria lunch expenses?
Yeah,
Indeed.
expense
I bet you it's the same person who signs the paychecks. Got him.
So yeah, Joe will come up to Elena. Okay, you said that your dad works at the bank, right?
Yeah.
Do you think he could help us? Cause like I was a jerk, he's kind of right.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be getting paid somehow. This is a job to them.
That's really smart, Joe. I mean, Coyote.
If you can see if their pay stubs go through whatever I definitely named this bank.
Through the bank.
The bank.
There is only one
the
bank.
first
it's the-
bank of Halcyon, I think is what I call
Yeah.
The
it.
first bank
First
of
Halcyon
Halcyon.
Bank.
Love it.
Where did I put my mask notes? I know where I put things.
Because
Found them.
I remember when I started getting paid by the school, there was like a whole kerfuffle about like addresses and like where you actually lived and what the actual address was, which means that their employer's got to have an address.
We also did take these guys' name badges, so we could cross-reference that with the bank as well.
Halcyon City Bank.
There you go.
That's totally something I knew off the top of my head. Didn't have to go look it up in a 2-page Google Doc.
But I mean, you also said that your dad's not really aware of all this.
Well, I can just go to the bank and ask questions, I guess.
After all
looking
these
for-
years, suddenly take an interest in his job.
Yeah. We just want pay records. That's not public information. What if we break into the bank? We have to. I don't know if they use this bank or the other banks, but then we can see if they use this bank. There would be an account, I would assume.
I could
There's gotta be a more legal way to do this.
also impersonate your father.
That could be a thing that happens too.
That could work. Because then we can get into his office and then just
We
ask
could-
for the information.
Yeah.
Well, first we
have
gotta
to
find
have-
out one of their names to
Yeah.
figure out if they
Yeah.
have accounts at the bank. Then we can find out who is
so
depositing
we'll
the
have
money
to-
into the bank.
We need a stepping stone
Cross-reference.
first.
Yeah.
This is really, really smart, Coyote. I want to fist bump you because that's smart thinking.
Thanks.
All
It's just,
right.
I mean, he's kind of right. Whoever
No, you're
appointed
right.
him is the person
Into-
who's signing the check, right? So
Yeah, and
who
I
signed the
mean,
check?
I don't think he understands that the people that have all the money are also self-appointed rulers of this
Yeah.
place.
So we need to start looking for a money trail.
Mm-hmm.
And that will tell us where to go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Now we still might be able to get more out of the other guys.
Mhm.
never know. One of them might be more. Sort of glances at Roxy, intimidated.
I'm
Uh,
thinking amicable to.
I was wondering, you want to team up, Coyote? Like a good cop, bad cop thing? Because
We
I'm
could
all like
try.
small and bubbly and cute, and you're like tall and your fangs are a little bit intimidating to
Imposing.
some people. Yeah, you could give them a big smile just like that.
I can watch the door.
I
I'm pretty
also
sure we have a couple stopgap maneuvers
Yeah.
that'll stop them from getting out if something goes south.
I also don't want one of them trying something stupid and hurting themselves on me because these don't exactly retract.
I'll catch them. I'll be like a buffer.
He can always heal them.
Yeah, that is true. I can heal them afterwards.
It's just flesh wounds. It's fine.
Huh.
It's
I
their
wonder
psyche
what-
that we're really gonna scar. No, I'm
I
just
wonder
kidding.
what the law is in regards to like if you get hurt by us but then immediately healed. Like, do you still have like grounds to like press charges?
Well, I don't know if there's any proof, but
Yeah, there's no proof, but like,
and it's that it's our word
weird.
against theirs. But I don't know if our word is very good right now.
yeah, there's that.
There's a lot of things to take into account with this.
Yeah.
I think they would have to prove harm.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's no harm to prove anymore.
I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, I mean, we can give it a shot, I guess. Oh, I can like sit on the floor and be all mysterious, just like covered in like the poncho with like the hat down, and then just like slowly lift my head up, and it's just like,
Then I can come in with snacks.
I
We'll
will
do
go
like a two-part.
use a cabinet looking for paper trails.
Sounds
Alright.
good.
Be ready to dose them if they get problematic.
Yeah, it's fine.
yeah, just realize you're probably gonna have to drag me out of there if you do. Dose.
Yes.
I got you. I can lift you.
Okay.
And I can help you process it faster so you wake up faster.
Good point, I guess.
It's true. I also process his pheromones faster.
Like, yeah, you're also like what 50% lightning at this point. I feel like
Ooh, I
Yeah.
wonder if I could burn it all off if I went lightning mode.
let's maybe not try
can
that
try that later.
inside of the cells with them.
It smells like burnt werewolf and human in here.
Sounds like a junkyard test if I've ever heard one.
We need those what are they called? The balls that have like the lightning between them.
Mhm.
Tesla coils?
Is that it? But they don't look like a coil, it's a ball.
Tesla balls?
He's
That's
talking about the
the
ones that
balls.
like the
Like the kitschy thing you can buy at Spencer's Gifts?
like you put
Those
your
are like
hand on
those
it.
plasma balls.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have one of those.
Yeah.
I don't know if those exist by this point.
No, probably
No.
not. I don't
Probably
think
not.
we've even found plasma as a
Mm-mm.
state of matter yet.
Mm-mm.
But I know that the Tesla coil, like the arc thing, that is a thing by this point.
All right. Why don't you go in first, and then I'll come in with snacks and tell you to stop growling.
Okay.
Can you be mean
Uh
and intimidating? Okay.
brr.
Just give them that big smile. Like, look super happy. Like, all your teeth. Show me your back teeth. Yeah, like that. And just stare. That's good. That's good.
All right. I'm just gonna do something real quick to make sure I know where my camera is. All right. I will go ahead and slip into next cell first.
Okay. There's still
No.
a tied up, blindfolded, gagged woman on the
Oh
floor.
yeah.
Sort of like intentionally sort of stalk over with like heavy footsteps so that like she can peer and feel it.
Yeah, her head snaps in your direction, even though she can't see you.
Just like take one finger, sort of hook it under the gag and cut it loose.
Okay, you remove the gag. She still can't see.
Mhm.
And she says, "What's going on? Who's there? Who are you?"
Name's Coyote. And we're so slide the blindfold off. Pleased to have you.
Uh, she shrieks and starts to wiggle worm her way backwards.
Roxy's gonna enter stage right at this point. By that I mean the cell door with cookies and coffee and like a glass of water. And she's just like, "Oh, Coyote, I think you might be scaring our guests."
Yeah, all right. Sort of plod over to like the opposite corner of the cell.
She sets down the stuff and then I'm sorry about him. He gets a little excited about when we have visitors, you know? What's your name? You can call me Calamity.
I don't know if I really count as a visitor right now.
Well, you're here. So one way or another, you are visiting the space. What would you like me to call you, sweetheart?
I don't want you to call me anything.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I won't call you anything then. Would you prefer to be called nothing?
She, I think at this point, has probably gotten up against the opposite wall and is in a somewhat sitting position and just stares at you.
Calamity just starts eating a cookie. These are delicious. You should have one. Here,
Her
Coyote.
hands are still bound.
Oh, she untied her. She would have been untying her while she was asking her these questions, or like what she wanted her called and whatever. She passes. She just mindlessly passes a cookie back to Coyote. What do you remember last?
Not being here. That's for sure.
That's true. That's true.
So why am I here?
You're here because you were holding people against their will in a shadow realm. I'm not really great on the legalities of all that, but it does seem kind of illegal. Not gonna lie.
And you're doing the same thing?
Touche. We weren't experimenting on them though. You know, we don't. We're not. We have. Are you harmed in any way? We're offering you food.
Seems like a great strategy to get me to lower my guard.
We're not the bad guys here.
So you
we're
claim.
just trying to live our lives and help out with the massive crime problem we have here in Halcyon. So
Then why not become a police officer or a detective?
believe it or not, they're not super keen on hiring supers to become
Have you
police.
tried?
Well, to be fair, I'm 2. So, I was created in a lab by a scientist, weirdly enough. And locked in a cell similar to this one. For much longer than you've been in here. And in much harsher conditions. But that's kind of beside the point. You see, because I suffered at the hands of scientists, and I still managed to, in my brain, understand that not all scientists are responsible for what happened to me. So, whatever your beliefs about supers are, you also have to understand that we're not all the same, right? You're that smart at least, right? Like,
I mean, in this moment, you're not really doing much to dissuade that.
have you been harmed?
Not yet.
No, you haven't.
But I'm guessing you're not going to let me get up and walk out of here.
Not yet. It's not to say we won't someday. I can solemnly swear that we will not kill you.
Words can be pretty meaningless, so
I could have killed you all 100 times over before we even left the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, but that wouldn't have got you what you wanted.
What do I even want?
You tell me. Why are you
Just want to
keeping
know
me
why
here?
I just want to know why you're picking up kids and make sure that you don't do it anymore. So I'd like to know a little bit about why. Why were we picking up kids and taking to the Shadow Realm? And if you cooperate, maybe we can let you out of here. Maybe we could help you start a new life with a new name somewhere else in the country. We're not here to ruin your lives. We're here to protect innocent kids who were taken against their will and probably experimented on. Yeah. I mean, they wouldn't have scientists if they weren't running tests, right? Is consent important to you? Yes? No?
Clearly, it's not very important to you.
I didn't start this. You're being held until further notice for the crime of kidnapping and holding innocents against their will. I'm not the criminal here. You are.
I'm
Think
pretty
about that.
sure that you don't have the legal power to do that, so you're technically a criminal as well.
You don't know that.
And can you say the same for vigilantism? That's legal?
Shadow organizations that commit crimes against people? Who torture kids at camps? Is that legal? Is it? Is it legal to run experiments on little kids at camps? Is it? How many of those kids died in those camps? I've never killed anybody.
Not yet.
How many people have you killed in your experiments? Let's not go with the here there. Just because I have powers doesn't mean that I'm going to kill anybody. You could get a gun and kill anybody just as easily as I could with my powers. And how many have you lost when your experiments go bad? How many lives have you justified in the name of science?
How many unnecessary casualties have you justified in the name of protecting other people?
Zero.
Property damage?
Property can be replaced. Human lives are not replaceable. I'm guessing that you've killed more than a couple, huh? I wonder who's the actual monster here. Can I use my adult move stand for something? Stand for something you believe in?
I
Or...
don't really know if you'd have any I mean, I guess you would. I don't feel like you'd really have any viable options using that in this situation.
Okay.
Since, like,
is it for listeners? Yeah,
you're basically holding them in a cell. Because I'm looking at this more of like,
okay,
if they had any way to get out of this situation, but they don't really at the moment.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Is this your first time in a cell? Or... How old is this woman?
late 20s, early 30s in that range.
Okay, so not old enough to be. How young were like the people that were taken? There weren't any that were young enough to be her kid or anything.
I mean, I think a couple of them were teenagers, weren't they?
Yeah, there were teenagers in there, but I probably
she's not.
No one. I'd say you didn't see anyone under like 13.
Okay. She's just trying to. Or I'm just trying to see if there's any like empathy loopholes. You know,
I mean, you could always try piercing the mask.
Yes, I would like to do that.
I think that would give you more viable questions than the adult.
I like this. I forgot that we had other moves.
You're just like, I want to use the adult move. I want to be an adult.
Grown up, guys. Why
I want to
would
prove
I ever
that I
say
can
that?
act older than 2.
They grow up so fast. All right. Pierce the mask. I am rolling
Plus mundane.
Mundane. Okay. All right. Let me see what my mundane's at though. My mundane's at -1, so that's a 9.
Okay, you get to ask one question.
One question. gain influence over you.
As a reminder, the answer can be you can't.
No. I know.
Just making sure.
Um,
My job here.
you would need to convince her, get it across. Those are basically the same thing. Convince her that there are ways to keep superpowered people accountable, and that they're not just going to be able to like run wild and abuse their powers. And that, I mean, essentially there's a way for everyone to live harmoniously together. We can come together.
Well, I mean, most people with powers are not violent. They're just living their lives. But you guys used the list to find out who had powers and what powers, and stole people. Yes. How does that make you any better than any supers that would have been attacking? Like, where's the line? You guys are operating out of fear. But how many times have you been injured by a super? That you weren't actively experimenting on. I would like to make that distinction, because self-defense doesn't count. It wouldn't hold up in a court of law either.
She reaches over and pulls up her pant leg. And you can see that the skin on her leg is very scarred and warped, which I think you would probably be able to recognize is from like serious burns.
So you got burned. Yeah? Was that before you became a scientist working for Normal?
Yes, it was.
Is that what inspired you to do this work? Three days ago, I was shot 3 times by the police. For apprehending somebody who was trying to kill somebody else. Had an had a weapon on them. You could dig the bullets out of my thigh with a knife. Because I have healing powers.
She mutters, I think loud enough for Calamity, you might have to strain a little bit, but definitely still loud enough for both of you to hear. pretty sure you didn't have to use a knife to do that. You probably could have found someone with medical training to actually get those out.
I could have, but I didn't really need to. But what's worse than that is that somebody programmed my brain to respond to different stimuli in certain ways. Scientists, actually. So they could take away my autonomy. You know how deep those scars run? And yet I still understand that I can't hold every single scientist responsible for the things that happen to me. So maybe every super doesn't deserve to be locked up and experimented on when they did nothing wrong. And you cannot tell me that every person that you had locked up had done something wrong. In fact, I know for a fact one of them has no offensive abilities. You grabbed a healer. She's done nothing but help people. Why would you grab somebody who clearly has done nothing but help people in the community? She didn't deserve that. Holding people that do crimes accountable is different.
This woman purses her lips and I think for the most part she's been holding your gaze pretty steadily, but at this point she looks away.
Yeah. She's trying to use the good old Italian guilt. You can't tell me that those kids that you had deserve to be locked up either. You know, I'm not going to pretend that every super is perfect. I've fought many supers that had very, very bad agendas. All right?
Cough, Iron Maiden cough.
Hero. But every person that doesn't have powers also doesn't have good agendas either. And you can't tell me that the kids deserve this just because they were born with powers. None of us asked to have powers. I don't know one single person that voluntarily got powers. We were either born with it or created like me in a lab. Which is kind of weird. You know, I'm pretty sure those scientists had different aims than you do, you know. But you know, some of us were born this way, some of us were created through weird science.
Just thinking, new branch of science, weird science.
That's what Calamity would name it, is weird science. And she also might think that that's partially what Sylvie's doing when she touches the appliances in the kitchen. Yes. They're just weird science.
So then Sylvie was also created through weird science.
Yes.
It's fine. It's all science.
Weird science
or fae. Yes.
Really, it's two arms of the same branch. The weird tree branch. The weird science tree branch. We didn't ask for this. And some of those people on the list, you know dang well that they would just live in their lives. we don't know exactly how people end up with their powers. Some people get them in different ways, but some people are born with them, so there has to be some sort of genetic component or something. And since we know that John Evans and his wife, don't have powers, you could have a baby with powers. What would you do then? We're not all bad. Some of us are trying to keep the world safe. But we can't do that when you're kidnapping everybody. I would really like for you and I to be friends and for me to be able to let you out of here and help you move along with your life. But I can't do that unless I get some information on why they're taking people and what's the larger goal. The last thing that we all want is a war between supers and non-supers. And things like this, it will be the thing that rallies supers together to start a war. And I would like to do everything in my power to stop that, because none of us want a war. Except for possibly Coyote, but that's because, whatever. He hasn't had a good fight in a while.
I feel like listening to Roxy, Joe has completely forgotten the act and is just like, wait, what?
Joe's like, huh? I tried to stop the first war.
Shh.
I am the
First
least
war.
violent member of this team.
Entirely wrong. It's just a puppy dog. You do realize that, like, if innocent supers start going missing in droves, they're gonna know that there was somebody got a hold of the list and they're picking people off the list. You think they're gonna be happy that a medical clinic owner, a free clinic owner, somebody who only heals, got kidnapped? How's that gonna look to the super community? They're gonna get scared. You know what happens when people get scared? Well, you're doing it right now. Kidnapping people, doing illegal things that are ethically questionable at the very best. You're gonna threaten a bunch of people with superpowers and start a war. How is that gonna end? So many lives lost. So much unnecessary bloodshed. Why can't we work collaboratively together to create a system of accountability that would make everybody happy? Think about it for a while. I'll swing back around. Try the cookies though; they're really good. The macadamia nut coconut, they're really good. You should try them. And she just gets up to leave because she's planting a seed. But
Does Coyote go with her?
Sorry. Yes.
Okay. The two of you can leave the cell and lock the door behind you.
Mhm.
I think that is a good spot to take a break. So
I love Calamity bringing up ethics and stuff in light of her background. that she has no knowledge about.
Yeah. Zero thought. Bring it up.
I
This is
come
what
from a
happens when
family
you-
of criminals.
This is what happens when you give like a 2-year-old toddler a full PhD in ethics.
Yeah.
She's so preachy.
She comes from a vat of clones. I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, she has no idea because no one has felt the need to breach that subject with her.
With either Roxy. None of the
No.
Roxys know.
No, absolutely not. None of them know.
It's fine.
We're just collectively oblivious.
It's all fine. Well, we'll be back here in 10 minutes.
Hey, this might come out as total madness, but just wait. I really need to tell you something. 'Cause I feel alone in a room, surrounded by people I wanna know. If you're feeling it too, out on the roof, here with you, it all seems so distant. With you, under street lights, right next to the skyline. With you, yeah. I've been a cynic for so many of my days. Now you just my makeup believer out of me. 'Cause you look so pretty in the sunrise, and somehow now everything is alright.
I'm looking at you. I'm trying to get your attention. Can I come close? I don't know how to play this. Our hands touch once or twice, feeling kind of hypnotized. I'm looking at you and I feel the tension. You know, this could be like heaven. I am right here, doing my best to make you feel like I do. And just for a second, you're looking at me, making me feel like maybe you want this too. Give me your attention. I'm trying to breathe, but the air feels just like water. You're making me weak now. What doesn't kill you makes you. Our hands touch once or twice, we should let them intertwine. I'm looking at you and I feel the tension. You know, this could be like heaven. I am right here, doing my best to make you feel like I do. And just for a second,
show me life, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. Show me life, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. Show me life. Show me love. This is all we got. Sometimes life will push you down. make you fall on
80-foot tall wolf sitting right in front of us. You had just had a wolf inside of you, like literally inside of you, but not like in a fun way, but like in a not fun way. And
What
you
is
know,
the fun way?
No.
ask
it is-
Henry.
Oh, we're not
elaborate.
That's a different thing.
Yeah.
This is not that kind of campaign.
No,
You're not playing Monster
that's for
Hearts.
monsters.
Oh.
And they're just like, no, it's bags. I'm just like,
And you have to say it
Oh.
like that too.
Bags.
The that's a very Wisconsin dialect
Yep.
thing. Bags.
It's just cornhole.
Bags. Well, no,
Touch.
it's like ladder golf is not ladder golf here. It's testy toss. It's different because it's from Wisconsin, and we're all drunk.
Pause.
We're all drunk while we do it.
Like, oh no, my phone. Well, looks like I only have you to talk to, Salvatore.
Is that a threat?
That's a promise.
Is it?
And that is the garbage plate, which I had to look this up because I forgot everything that goes in one. I've never eaten one. The fact that I know of their existence is a curse.
Yes.
A traditional plate is your choice of cheeseburger, hamburger, Italian sausages, steak, chicken, red hots, served on top of any combination of home fries, french fries, baked beans, and/or macaroni salad, and then topped with hot sauce, sometimes also topped with optional mustard and onions. It's usually served with a slice of buttered bread.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, the garbage plate.
That's
It's
gonna
a
be our
very
new
apt
ladies and gentlemen
name.
the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, the garbage.
Sylvie were told by Natalie yet, but I think I'm changing the code name. I'm gonna be Magic Werewolf Man. Figured I'd go with Coyote.
Yep. You just hop a couple times.
Ha! Ha!
Nope.
Doesn't
Maybe
look
it's
like
the
it.
pose. Try a couple more.
Yes.
Ha! Ooh.
Yes.
Ha!
Is Elena just watching this?
I love it. I don't think it's
Show me life, show me love, make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love, show me life, show me love, make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life. Show me love, make you change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love, this is all we got. Show me life, show me love, this is all we got. Show me love, show me love, this is all we got. Show me love. Sometimes life will push you down, make you fall onto the ground. But I know you will turn it around. Oh, this is all we got. And I know you'll make mistakes, get interference and lose your way. Find the light when it rains. Oh, this is all we got. Show me life, show me love, make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me love, show me love, show me life, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love.
So I'll say Elena and Sylvie who are digging through the filing cabinet.
Mhm.
It's you really just find case notes.
Rude.
We'll still take notes on the
Yeah.
case, or
Yeah.
take
You can
note
review
of
the-
the cases.
Yeah, you can review the case notes and stuff and get all the
Yeah.
gruesome details.
And then Sylvie will, after we've dug through a lot of it, have Elena start coaching her on impersonating her father.
Okay. All right. I don't think we really need to role play the other two scientists because it's a lot of the same stuff of just
Yeah, I mean, Roxy's just planting seeds. She assumes this is
Mhm.
going to have to be a long game, that we're going to have to do
Yeah.
this over days
long
and days.
con.
The long con!
I do think after the first one, Joe does not want to play bad cop anymore because he didn't like how scared she was of him.
Oh.
We can
Poor
try
Joe.
him being good cop, but I feel like it's not going to work as well.
I'll just man the door.
That's fine. All right, Sparrow. Thank you for. I don't know if you heard him screeching at me.
No,
No.
that's one of the other scientists. Yeah, but you can regroup after you finish your initial pseudo interrogation.
We have
Standard.
nothing in the papers. Nothing about people.
No
Oh,
big
boy.
statements or any of that.
That does make it too easy, huh?
What if we let one go and we just follow them? Then we find their home and then we can, go from there.
No. But didn't we do the badges we got pulled off them have their names on
Oh
them?
yeah, we have badges.
Yeah, we do have their names.
Ah, then we
that.
can, then we can just stalk the
Yeah.
information,
never
can't
mind.
we?
We have
Yeah.
their name, we can find their address and then check at their homes for maybe
Mhm.
a bank statement.
Yeah,
Or-
we can look them up in the phone book.
With the name and the phone number and the address, we might be able to find the information at the bank.
So crime.
Some crime. A bit of crime.
You know, when I became a superhero, I did not think I'd be the one breaking into a bank at some point.
We're just walking in like we
Which
own the
breaking
place, and
into
I
a-
own the place, so it's fine.
Wouldn't you breaking into a councilman's home? Like,
You don't
A
know where
few
they
hours
were.
But he's
ago?
a bad guy.
You don't know where they were.
oh, okay. Sorry. Okay.
Unless Coyote shared that information.
No.
He's
That-
not gonna tell us that.
Yeah.
Nope. Now,
no, we
whether
were-
Sarah
we're-
did.
We were
Sarah's
over-
not. Sarah's also not
No, we were
re-entered
on the
warehouse.
communicator.
We were on the communicator, listening.
No,
Yeah.
but Sarah never said they were at the house.
Okay.
All right.
She just said they were going to ambush him in his office.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So.
we did the whole everybody around one.
Is it
phone.
breaking into the bank if Elena has a key though? I
Is
feel
that
like
what I'm
that's-
saying? I own the place. I can just walk in.
Yeah.
But you actually have a key?
No,
Yes. Well, oh.
It's essentially the same thing.
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I can open the door. Just, it's not entirely crime.
Pretty crime. But
Now B&E at the scientist's houses, that's a little crime.
That is. Yeah, I guess.
But at least we're not like torturing kids or anything, you know.
But
so.
it's crime against crime. So
It's
is that- it
criminal
cancels itself
criminal
out.
action?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 negative makes a positive. I did math.
why did my brain just go to that old Tumblr post of Crime Man, the superhero who stops crime with crime?
That's what we're doing.
It's
Yeah.
the TIFT motto now. Fight crime with crime.
I mean, to Sylvie, that works perfectly well.
Roxy doesn't know math too well, but she trusts Elena, so makes perfect sense to her.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, we don't want to leave these guys unguarded, so you and me, Rox, on guard duty. Lena and Sylvie,
Sure.
go try to figure out this bank thing.
Sure. Sounds good.
I mean, it's daytime, isn't it?
Are we?
No,
You
it
could
is
just walk in
late.
then.
It's
Oh.
getting late.
We still haven't gone to
Actually, at this
sleep.
point, it's probably the middle of the night.
Yeah,
Because-
we should
Probably
probably go to
sleep.
sleep.
Coyote and Sarah were at John Evans' house really late, and you probably
Mhm,
had to wait a
yeah.
couple hours for the scientists to wake up. So it's probably like 3 a.m.
Oh yeah, we should probably just bunk up here or whatever.
Yeah. There's probably
Sounds like a
spare
good
blankets
idea.
and stuff all over, so.
I'm probably gonna need something bigger than just a normal bed. Probably string up a hammock or something and work it out.
Wait, yeah.
I feel like we have to have coyote-sized beds in preparation
This
for
is
this.
a random warehouse.
Yeah,
though.
this is one of Echo's.
is-
We're
put
probably
this is
together
pulling
not,
ones.
like-
beds out of the cells, if we're honest, like any extra cells.
You get a cot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're cotting it up.
We'll pull 2 cots together for coyote. It'll be
Yeah.
fun.
3 cots, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His legs are still hanging off.
Yeah. Those
Um.
little toenails.
All right, so you can settle down for bed.
Mhm.
No secretive things people want to do in the middle of the night. I'm looking at you,
Oh.
Coyote.
I was
I
like,
did
what
my
does
thing.
Roxy have to do secretively? She doesn't know how to keep a secret.
I mean, I would ask real quick, do Spuds and Henry stick around or do they decide to head home?
I think they've both probably left at this point.
Yeah.
What day of the week is it?
Wednesday.
Okay. The bank's closed on Sunday, so that would be ridiculous if we well, actually it wouldn't be very ridiculous to go in because there's a better chance Jim isn't there.
So true.
But
Charlie, I'll also activate dark visions while
Ooh.
we're sleeping.
Ooh.
As a
Diana?
player, Sylvie has no fucking idea.
Yeah. All right.
Do you want some time to prepare that? Because I had a thought for a brief roleplay scene.
I mean, sure, if you want to do something. What were you thinking?
Okay. Feel like as we're all trying to get to sleep, Jojo sort of whispers, "Hey, Elena,
yeah.
how do you make your powers work?"
I don't know. I never really thought about it. They just do.
Seems like mine just don't.
When they first happened, I was terrified. So that I think is what triggered them. And sometimes, if I'm overwhelmed, they don't do what I want them to do.
I mean, I guess I was in a similar spot back in Shadow's place. Do you see that, by the way? The whole fire? That was cool.
Was I there? I think I was there.
You were floating watching. You were there.
Yeah, I was definitely. Oh yeah, very cool.
I can't seem to get it to go again. I think Flint works okay. Seems like he's just generally ready to add some defense, which is pretty cool in and of itself. But I had it for 1 second, and then it just
Might come back. Have to practice, maybe. Do you know what you were feeling when it happened? Like right before it happened? Because you can always try and recreate those feelings. Come on.
scared as hell.
Well, we can try scaring you again and seeing if that works.
Y'all kind of do that on a daily basis for the most part with some of the things you say. So...
Yeah, but the like life-threatening scary, not haha, my friends are going to do crime scary.
It's my secret cap.
Fun
I'm
scary.
scared.
I don't know about that.
So you need maybe something scary, not like fun scary. Yeah, fun scary.
Sure. Lena, do you like your powers?
Yeah.
I figured to have anybody, well, except maybe Echo. You'd have the most reason to not necessarily like him, because seems like you think and the whole world could turn upside down.
That's why you don't think about that.
That's the whole, what you call it,
The disassociation?
yeah, that was the word.
A little bit.
Question: we're all kind of in the same area. Does Calamity hear the admission of disassociation?
She knew. She's
I think
known.
she knew.
She knows that that's how Cynthia and Elena are not dealing with their problems. She's just not gonna
much
bring
more
it up
aware
yet.
than they. She's not touching that subject with a 10-foot pole.
She's gonna wait for things to calm down and then carefully bring it up.
Yes.
Maybe after a really nice date.
When everybody's very relaxed and
I know, Blondie.
has had some wine.
In answer to your question, I feel like, yeah, we are probably in like a communal section away from the cells here. So
Roxy is pretending to be asleep.
sorry if that's a weird question. I just Henry made a comment about me not really liking my powers, and up until recently, I think she was kind of right. Now that I've got like this whole mystery with them, and I don't know, it feels more right.
That's good.
I guess I just want to make sure it's supposed to feel right. I'm not exactly used to wielding the might of the universe or whatever.
I mean, it just kind of feels. I don't know if it is good or bad. It just is. It's the baseline, the feeling, I guess.
Aren't feelings generally good or bad?
Well, yeah, but like carrying the weight of the whole possible universe, how I could easily squish the planet in itself, it just is kind of like a baseline. It doesn't really feel like anything. I just try not to think about it. You know, like when you crumple a can? Like that.
One of the guys in the team split his head open trying to crush one of those things on his head.
Was it Reyes?
No.
He's the only one I remember.
I don't blame you. Unless you're kind of getting into the nitty gritty of things, it's hard to keep everything straight in a team.
Well, especially people I did not interact with.
Especially when some of us are gay.
Also that.
Do you ever miss your home?
Sure.
I mean, it's not exactly a great place right now.
Let me Google which side of Germany it is. Definitely not a very good place right now. But that was a long time ago. Maybe someday it won't be such a different place, bad place.
Guess we can hope. My dad still hasn't gone back home.
Why is he still in the city?
Ostensibly, I think it's to help me with cleaning up after the pack. Still some messes here and there for that. But I'm also kind of wondering if P realizes that I missed him a lot.
See?
He's sticking around for my sake, which should feel good. But he's got a new family.
Oh, yeah. Well, that is quite the wrench in a plan.
Yeah.
You can always try talking to him, seeing why he's staying, when he plans to go back, if he plans to relocate his family here.
I wouldn't want him to do that.
Oh. Maybe like a vacation kind of thing.
Not really certain why you'd vacation to one of the most dangerous cities in the world.
Halcyon timeshare.
Yeah, yeah. When you're from the desert, it's a big city. It's probably very exciting.
First time I was in a big city, it was overload. My first big city was Phoenix. Just so much happening all at once. Then I got the werewolf senses and Jesus.
Yeah, Halcyon's bigger than Dresden. Dresden is older though.
Is that where you're from?
Mm-hmm. Double check my notes. Was it Quinn or was it Dresden? I think it was Dresden. Yeah. Yeah, it was. Get me remembering.
Some part of me still wants to go back to Arizona, but y'all are here. Henry's here.
We can
Mom's
always
here.
take a vacation to the desert.
Not exactly certain how I'm supposed to get on a plane looking like this.
I don't think. Maybe Roxy could learn how to fly a plane, but I think it would just be easier if we just flew.
Don't give her ideas, please.
Three of us can fly. Roxy could drive even.
I want to learn how to fly now. I think I would make such a good pilot. I'm a good driver.
Alright. Pretty sure we do have some friends who could connect us with people with portal powers as well if we really need that.
Potato portals.
Yeah.
I guess, but like Spuds probably has to go back somewhere, right? He's not originally from Halcyon.
No, I think him and the wizard live in Kansas.
Who knows if he can even go that far?
I don't know.
Oh,
He can
portal
amplify.
networks exist. Could
Yeah.
probably figure something out.
He's got some pretty strange magic. It could go that far.
And you never know. You might not be permanently stuck like that. Magic's strange, and sometimes the tighter you grab at it, the less it makes sense. And you kind of have to let go to learn more about it.
Tomorrow you could wake up and be less fangs. Or more fangs. Who knows how the magic work?
I really don't need any more teeth, man.
More claws, maybe? Extra tails?
I don't think. What?
I don't know how magic works.
9 tails.
I don't even know
Yes.
how physics work, and that's what I use.
The Nine Tails myth has no implications in this character. Back off.
Different mythology.
I already have like 6 mythologies stacked on top of one another for Joe. I don't need a 7th.
9 tails!
It's fine. You're just giving Sylvie ideas of things to try out and random. Did she grow feathers when you mentioned Phoenix getting confused? Maybe a little bit. It's fine.
Is Sylvie our Pokemon girlfriend? Yes.
She's a ditto.
I should probably talk to Spuds at some point once things have calmed down some, just about all this new shit with me. Unless probably like shifts over to look at Sylvie. Unless you got any ideas?
Jezalba could help. Heracana.
Yeah. The fire was new. Like, I know some who can mess with that, but it wasn't really in my wheelhouse. It might be looking into what you did before the fire started. It was cast, as well as the conditions you were in might have had an effect.
I mean,
It sounds like it was more of a reflex than anything else, which can be how new powers or magic manifest.
I guess you would be a good person to ask. Everything you do is technically magic, right?
As far as I'm aware, yes. Though our magics aren't exactly the same, but
Seems like every time we run into somebody magic, it's like a whole new
World.
configuration.
well, there's various fields of magic, just like there are various fields of science, physics and chemistry and
Oh, great. More
whatever
shit for me to not
else.
understand.
It's fine. You just need to understand your own shit. And even then, that's debatable. You just need to know how it works. Semi-reliably. Maybe. I don't actually fully know how my magic, or what the cause of my magic and how it manifests really fully works, because I just chalk it up to fey shit.
I guess speaking of that, are you feeling okay?
Feeling okay. Yeah, it hasn't really progressed further.
It's good.
Haven't noticed any change in strength or anything.
Just let us know if anything weird happens, or weirder.
I promise I will. And right now, if it stays like this, I think we have a little time, so to figure out the rest of, she gestures to the cells somewhere in the room and figure out that shit first.
We really need to get to sleep. Good night, guys.
Night.
Night. She's
Good
really bad at pretending to sleep.
Especially when everybody's saying good night.
Okay. So dark vision. Since it just says like a vision about the situation at hand, I feel like there's a lot of situations at hand. Is there one specifically you're going for?
Honestly, I was okay with whichever one you thought was fitting, but if you don't have a specific scene for any of the other ones, I was probably thinking maybe an inkling of what the hell the Fae are doing. Otherwise,
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Hang on. Let me
seeing as that would be the most closely tied, but
yeah. We
she
can
is
have a little
going
bit
to
of a
sleep thinking about it,
premonition.
so
Yeah, we could have a little bit of a premonition here. Okay. Um So, you are drifting off to sleep. And your vision swims a little bit and you get a familiar scene of the Fey realm and the forests that you're used to and the buildings and settlement where I think you were primarily stationed with the other members of the hunt. And you get a peek at you see the vague shape of the lead huntsman, who is looks to be speaking to someone and commanding them to do something, and they bow, and we follow them as they make their exit from the sort of like general assembly room they were in, and they go off to a separate side room, begin gathering many herbs and pulling out a spell book looking for a specific ritual. And we there's a flash of smoke, and we sort of get this scene in the distance of an inky blackness, stars dotting the landscape, and a large Viking raider ship soaring through space.
Wow.
If you are familiar
Nice.
with Treasure Planet,
Yes.
same vibes.
Yes.
Why did
Okay.
you say that? And a massive strike of lightning just went off outside my window.
I got the vibes.
And I get to ask a follow-up question, correct?
Yep. You get to ask a question that I have to answer honestly.
I don't even know what to focus on here.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
Do I recognize any portion of this Viking ship?
Yes. Delving deep within you, there's a sense of familiarity from long, long ago. From a little village that got raided.
I'm just jotting down small notes. I think, yes. I'm guessing Sylvie probably jolts awake. Which, first and foremost, if she wakes anyone up, she does not sleep. This is strange that she was unconscious to begin with. But she's like sweating and shaking and kind of like wakes up and she's not coherent. Like her vision is still swimming and like kind of her eyes are open, but she's not seeing. She's still in the like seeing the vision and being immersed in it, and like just the panic of recognizing this ship, I think, is also that there's potentially other things connected to her past in the Fae. But also, I think seeing the huntsman in this vision, she does jolt up. And I think she is screaming when she wakes up because she did not connect that the huntsman was connected to her in any way still. And she is terrified.
Well, I'd say that at the very least, when you first jolt
Yeah.
away Coyote, that probably would have gotten Coyote's attention. But if you're screaming, I think everyone else
Yeah.
is woken up too.
A panicking Sylvie.
Yep.
I imagine
Sylvia,
that
are you okay? Are you sleeping? Are you having a bad dream? Do you need me to make you some cocoa? Do you need cuddles?
I think Sylvie is nonverbal for a bit at first and sobbing just at the idea that at this entire vision, and she just says I think the only thing she says is the huntsman's looking for something.
I don't know what that means. She's just like very gently and soothingly running her hair or her fingers through Sylvie's hair. I don't know what that means.
I'm not entirely sure that it's here.
Is that a bad thing? The huntsman? What's the huntsman?
Could he be looking for a person too?
I
Or
saw a raider ship in space. He was
what?
looking for it.
What? A Waha?
Okay, a spaceship.
Spaceship, like
like
astronauts?
from Flash Gordon.
Like
We don't have astronauts yet.
Oh, okay.
Viking galleon type ship.
But
He found
how
he had
they
someone look for it.
Oh, okay. This is way above my head. I don't understand
How are we
any
going
of
to
this.
get to space? I can probably get to space. I don't think I can breathe up.
I don't know.
I
if
might
he's
not
summoning
need to
it.
breathe, but I can't get to space, so it's a.
I don't
There
know if
might
he
be
was
other
contacting
issues.
it or summoning it, but if it involves him, I don't think it's good.
Okay, well, I mean, clearly he freaked you out, so if you don't want to answer this, I guess you don't have to, but who's the huntsman?
He's the man who trained me. He's the closest thing I ever had to a parent among the Fae.
And I'm going to take a wild guess and say he's in charge of this wild hunt you mentioned.
Yes.
The one that we're supposed to join if we die.
Oh.
I think Sylvie will look to her hand, Charlie.
Are they planning to kill us? I'm curious to see if they could kill me. But I'm not
maybe
curious enough
not-
to like find out, you know?
Sylvie, you look down at your hand, and the dark lines have spread.
No.
I think at this point they have extended and are brushing the inside of your wrist.
And I fully believe he definitely is aware of just how much I am intending to break this pact.
Cool. So are you like on par with him, or is he like scary strong?
I was in training to replace him, but that was not for a while yet. And I got kicked out fairly long ago. Like a couple 100 years. So there's quite the potential that he has changed since then and gathered more knowledge since then.
Oh boy.
This might not be necessarily a matter of strength so much as smarts.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Just an immortal genius. That sounds great. He's been alive like how long?
Whatever. Sounds
Longer
like.
than me.
You're like what, 700?
So you're saying that we got a Fae problem now? First we get
we-
rid of the werewolf problem, werewolf
already
cult problem,
had-
and now we got
The
Fae
Fae
problems?
problem never left.
Yeah, the Fae problem's kind of just. been
But
there.
it's just getting bigger and bigger.
Yes. The Fae problem escalated.
Oh boy.
And I'm not entirely sure, but the ship looks like it's something from the day my sister died. So I don't think Freya and I were the only individuals selected from that time period.
Cool. So there's some space Vikings coming.
Probably.
On top of the Fae problem, on top of the normal problem.
Well, I think the Space Vikings are the Fae problem.
Is that this
Well,
good?
that's good. At least we can
Combined
put
problem.
those. Yeah.
One less.
I don't want to add extra stuff to the list. We already got a really long list.
We're going to have to update the list when we go back home.
Yeah, we got some stuff we can cross out. Some new potential things to put on the list. The hero's work is never done.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. I really gotta figure out what our vacation's gonna be looking like after this, because
I was gonna say we
so
need a
stressed out.
vacation after this shit because
We can go to the desert.
Yeah.
we could go to the desert.
We can meet the werepuppies.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I would love to meet your brothers.
They're kids, they're not puppies. What?
So that's the same thing.
But
human, obviously.
Yeah, like, don't call my brothers puppies. That's weird.
But like you know what? I don't know.
Like, they're still people right now. Like, they aren't dogs.
Wait, so they don't have any wolf form when they're little? Like, when do you guys get the wolf forms? When does that stuff happen?
From what my dad told me, it's like a coming of age thing.
So
Like
14?
normally?
So what is coming of age for your culture?
Yeah, what's coming of age in your culture?
Well, I
Because
don't
some
know.
people
I'm
is
kinda new to
like
this.
13, some is 15, some is 16.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to tell me a little bit more about werewolf culture. I feel completely unprepared to meet.
Oh, we can ask her papa about all of that.
Oh yeah, we can ask weird. Yeah.
And let's maybe deal with that after this, eh?
Sure. Maybe then we could go to California and we could go swimming in the ocean. Over there, I know we got ocean here, but we could go to that ocean.
I was in California for a little bit. Honestly, didn't seem a whole lot different from Arizona. Just more mountains.
And trees and ocean and grass.
Not where we were at.
Oh. Maybe we should go to a different part of California.
It is really big, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very big state.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest states. I'm like, it's not the biggest, but it's a big state. Much bigger than New Jersey.
Yeah, no kidding. What time is it?
6 a.m.
Yeah, I was like, way too early.
Ugh, God. Okay. Elena, Sylvie, you guys should probably start getting ready for the bank. Rox, do you want to get some more sleep first while I watch them, or?
Yeah. I only need maybe 4 to 6 hours. What time is it?
6.
Six.
So you would have gotten
You've had
like
about
6.
like 3 hours.
3.
I'm probably fine to stay up.
I'm gonna get some more sleep.
Then go to sleep. I can probably make it on 3. It's fine.
Maybe toss in an afternoon nap.
Yeah, she might take a little nappy nap later.
Siesta.
Everybody loves a good nappy nap.
I haven't certain Joe like took off his costume to sleep. He's just like
Oh,
flopped in a pillow and like the poncho and hat on top.
Roxy's just been changing costumes. Like at this point, I think she has like 3 or 4 that she just is cycling out, and she just wears them all the time at this point. It's just there's no more regular clothes. It's just costumes.
We're definitely all kind of in the just costume phase because
Just a little bit.
we haven't really gone home.
No.
Need a
No, we have
vacation and
not.
some Civ time after this.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So Elaine and Silver doing crime.
Prime.
Yeah. He's gonna be at the bank though. That's what I'm wondering.
Put a hold on crime. Crime later.
To get him out of the bank.
How do we get Jim out of the bank?
Who does Jim adore?
Tell him
Natalie, we need your help.
Yeah, we could call Natalie, see if she can take him to lunch. Maybe want to do crime, but maybe I should go with to lunch.
the perpetual struggle of deciding between lunch with your parents a crime.
That would be
understand.
strange if I just called and be like, "Hey, can you take Jim to lunch, please? I need to be in the bank for normal reasons."
She knows that we're superheroes. Just tell her it's hero business.
It would be less suspicious, though. It is
All
kind
right.
of. It is. It's not crime adjacent. Could also just go in with small Sylvie in my pocket and talk to him, and then like
Leave her in the office, and then that's a good idea. I like that.
Well,
Planting a
first of
bug.
all,
yeah.
Sylvie will first try and change and see how apparent the mark is in a different form.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
that will
might be a
also
problem.
determine a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
What kind of form are you going for? Are you going for like an actual bug or something bigger?
She will go for, well, we have to look at it first, so it has to be something bigger. I mean, she'll try her pseudo gym form. Is it still on her hand?
Yes.
Yeah, that Jim can't wear gloves. So much.
Me, it's not the he does if it's cold, but yeah.
It would be wearing gloves inside once he's been inside for a while.
That unless he's handling something very specific that doesn't need fingerprint, like somebody else's stuff, you know, like old papers people have in the deposit boxes. There's a fly in my basement.
I hear Blondie's cries.
She's... Here, get it.
I am called to war, mother.
Get the buggy. It's over there.
I just love Blondie so much. Blondie, you're a star.
You're famous.
She is famous.
Oh, you're Void.
Void cat.
I don't
She's
know
the
if this
Void
makes any
cat.
sense, but she gives me the same vibes as like Betty White.
She's a little old lady.
Yes, causing havoc everywhere she goes. Yes.
Yeah, like little old lady, but like still somehow like a little ball of chaos.
That's entirely how I intend to be. I'm going to start girl gangs in the retirement home, and we are going to have hover round races.
Be nice to the people who work in hospice. It's not an easy
I'll be
job.
nice to them, but I'm gonna gently annoy them and cause havoc wherever I go. They will get raises because of all the havoc I cause.
No.
It's about increasing their pay and being a menace at 90. Can't wait.
Anyway, crime.
Crime.
I think you have to smuggle Sylvie in then,
Mm-hmm.
because unless I can wear gloves 100%, I don't think I can accurately impersonate Jim with a creeping botch spell on my hand.
But if you were like a little mouse, then you can poke around and things too.
Yeah,
That would work.
glitter mouse again.
Yeah. But we will grab coffee and I will stop by the bank. It's like, oh, I'm in the neighborhood and here is some coffee and here is a mouse. I won't tell him that part.
Yeah.
And then we'll just come back. Yeah, we have names of people, so I guess we'll look up their addresses really quick and then.
Yeah. See if they, well, hopefully they're residents of Halcyon.
Yeah, otherwise that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. Are any of these individuals listed in the phone book, Charlie?
I was gonna say, I don't think you would have to be a resident to be in the phone book. You would just have a. Well, I guess if by resident you mean the building or whatever's in their name, then yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say you could probably find a couple of them.
We got some names, some addresses.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the
Bank and see who's depositing money in their accounts.
Yeah, it would be files and more files because we don't have computers
Files.
Yeah,
for
Yay,
data
files.
entry.
it's fine.
Yeah, totally. It's totally fine.
So you're going to the bank first.
Well, we're grabbing coffee first
Yeah.
for
We're establishing a ruse.
Of course, of course.
for why Elena's visiting.
Maybe like a croissant or something.
And
Okay.
Sylvia's in mouse form.
Sylvia's in mouse form in Elena's pocket. Elena's picking up coffee and the baked goods.
She's in civilian mode.
Okay.
That would be ridiculous. You can't just walk into the bank as a superhero. Like,
I mean, you could.
I could, but that would
Be pointless. Yeah.
purpose of a secret identity. Right.
In civilian mode, you can get into the bank.
Into the office.
The people at the bank probably recognize you. So they can
Where are you
wave you
going?
to Jim's office. He's behind his desk, working on some paperwork.
Bank paperwork.
Bank paperwork.
We know
As
how banks
we're-
work.
Yeah.
As we're going through, are there any blatant rooms that look like they're where we'll find the files we need?
There are so many file rooms.
I don't even know how this would.
Yeah, I don't even know where we find the files we need. Sylvie's just gonna be
Blondie. Thanks for
We're
unplugging.
looking.
my
You're just gonna
headset,
scurry
Blondie.
out of Elena's pocket into the first file room you see, and hope for the
Totally.
best.
try and get to into one without being seen and start looking for any kind of filing system or
Account
labeling system.
information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
an account information.
Okay.
Hopefully finding one of the names.
Are you staying in mouse form?
Are there people in the room?
There are other people in the bank.
I will try and stay in mouse form at least, and try and like while I'm looking around and scurrying around, if I find a filing cabinet that I think is of use, I think I need to be in a different form to get into it.
Mice can like. Well, you could get in there. That doesn't mean you could read anything. Yeah, never mind.
Maybe I
Okay.
could.
I don't know how banks of the 1950s work.
None
No
of us
idea.
do.
So we're just gonna say that the filing cabinet is organized by account number.
Oh, lovely.
That's what I was thinking, was to go to their place and look for banking information. But some people would have that in like a safe or a
Just melt the safe open.
yeah,
Yeah.
just squish the safe open. Just commit some more crime.
In for a penny, in for a pound, right?
Yes.
Think
Squishing safes is a gateway crime.
in Joe's case, it's in for a penny, in for a metric ton.
Yeah.
I can lift a metric ton easy.
Same.
Yeah.
That was not my point.
Sylvie might be able to if she found the right form. I don't know.
Just take Roxy's form.
I don't know. Do I get the power in the forms I take? We haven't actually tried that.
We have established in the past that that is not the case.
Oh, well, then maybe.
Oh yeah,
was
because
it?
I was a wolf
Yeah.
at
Mhm.
one point, wasn't I?
You were just a regular glitter wolf.
Yeah. It's like I don't remember if we established that. I'm trying to think. I can't really randomly or I can try and randomly hit different filing cabinets, but I don't think we're gonna find anything this way without doing crime and breaking into some houses first.
Crime. Okay.
Yeah.
Elena can go make small talk with Jim.
Just chit chat.
Give him his coffee. He appreciates the coffee. Sylvie, you could either go in the direction Elena went or just wait for her to come back. So you
Snack
can.
for later.
I am going to wait because I don't want people screaming about finding a mouse.
Fair.
Just in
Actually, you
case.
know what? Is there a bathroom nearby?
Sure.
Can I sneak into one of the stalls in the bathroom and change into Sylvie? Because Sylvie is also kind of the adopted child that lives with them.
Sure. They probably have multi-stall bathrooms
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah, Sylvie will change and go. Just
Go to Jim's office.
yeah, go to Jim's office and be normal and make small talk and set up potential return visits because we need more information before we come back and say
So we can figure out how banks work.
yes. Sylvie will definitely try and figure out how a bank works, like with small questions, because it might help out later.
Okay. You can have a very nice chit chat with Jim. Finish coffee, eat the snacks, and I'm guessing eventually make your exit. The two of you.
Yeah.
You
Sylvie just
leave.
hopes no one questions the fact that two girls walked out of that room that where one only went in.
Nah,
Is
it's
anyone-
fine.
It's fine.
Fine.
I mean, to be fair, if anyone knows Sylvie, I don't know if anyone would be surprised that she just sort of showed up.
True.
It's like, yeah, she's kind of the weird girl. She just, like, comes and goes as she pleases. We don't really know how she's getting in, but, like,
We
What are you
also
gonna do,
can't
rob the
keep
place?
her out at all, so she's just going to say hi to Jim. It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay. The two of you can get back outside.
Sylvie will relay the fact that everything is organized by account numbers and we need to figure out what their accounts are first, which means
We could just stop by a house and check,
yeah.
see if there's anybody home.
Yeah.
Maybe it's on some mails that they just have by the door.
Yeah.
Super easy.
Not illegal at all.
It's fine. If we knock, maybe someone will let us in. Ransack their house.
To the girl. Well, no, we're too old to be Girl Scouts, but
It's fine. We'll figure it out.
yeah.
Okay. You can pick the closest address and go to a little house. It doesn't
Yes.
look like anyone's there.
So there, good. There's no car out front. Are there? How active is the neighborhood?
Considering the hour, probably vary. I imagine there's a lot of people who are leaving for work. So there's a lot of activity right now. It's around peak travel time in the morning.
So probably not crime right now. Just because there's
No.
a lot of people.
Is there a fence in the backyard? Is there even a backyard?
Maybe. I think these houses, you're not like in a suburb, so these are probably houses that are closer together.
Okay.
So there's not space to get in the back. There's at least a white picket fence around the front portion of the yard.
Yeah. Yes, we can't crime at this hour.
Well, let's maybe like get a little. I mean, so we can come back later and get like an aerial view and do some flybys later.
Yeah,
and we can take some notes for future crime.
Some what is the word? The reconnaissance. The reconnaissance.
Yes. Yeah.
We have some reconnaissance in the day. And it's not a great time for that.
Yeah.
But
and
is there anybody else around here doing anything shady? Like,
no, really just people going to work.
Yeah.
Maybe a housewife already tending to the garden.
That way we can maybe recruit Sarah for some lockpicks too.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have to crush a safe.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the two of you, without much you can do right now, can head back and regroup with everyone else. And I think that's where we'll wrap things up tonight.
Sounds good.
Next time, crime.
Crime. All the crime.
Okay.
Hopefully next time we'll have Echo.
We should.
Yeah.
So, end of session questions.
Yes. I think I'll kick things off here. Grow closer to the team. I think I'll specifically say Elena in this particular instance, who does already have influence over me, so you do get to shift a doodah. And I will take another potential.
I'm going to shift superior down
Mm-hmm.
and mundane up.
Fortunately, Superior is already at the bottom, so I get
Whoops.
a condition.
Do you have any
Hmm.
marked?
Nope.
Mm,
I have a suggestion if you want one, Charlie.
and I was thinking guilty or insecure.
Yeah, I was thinking guilty. Because Joe did not anticipate how much he was going to scare that poor woman.
Oh,
Joe.
I can go next. I will say because she got to do crime with her girlfriend, she grew closer to the team, specifically Elena.
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep my conditions because afraid fits really well with Sylvie right now. And mark potential. We also learned about space Vikings and
Weird.
huntsmen.
Vikings.
So I
Vikings
get
in space.
to actually take
Vikings.
another potential because we learned something about my doom versus
Nice.
ignoring my doom again.
Yeah.
Okay,
I want
I get
you
to
in my
move.
doom.
Move more things.
Why is my brain just like conjuring that meme of Ash Ketchum saying Vikings mostly live in Minnesota, but like scrubbing it out and saying they live mostly in outer space?
I'm gonna do danger down and freak up.
Yes, I can do that.
You're not quite a dangerous little mouse, but you are a very sparkly little mouse.
She is not the
I'm
danger, she is in the danger.
Yes.
well,
In
she's
the
also
danger
the danger.
zone.
That one got her.
Elena's gonna grow closer to the team. I'm gonna grow closer to Kenny Loggins. Same danger zone. I'll grow closer to Joe. He is the nice little heart there.
Yeah, that was cute.
Kind of
It was cute.
hard to disassociation.
Yeah, Joe keeps on reaching out like, I want to emphasize with you. And Elena's like, but I don't want to feel feelings.
I don't want to think about my powers and how I can crush
feelings?
the
No,
world.
we don't do that here in Elena's brain.
No, we do feelings. We don't do realization of we can just squish the whole planet if we want.
Oh yeah, we don't think too hard about that one.
Why are you yelling?
Good
Good feelings only.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good vibes
positive
only.
vibes
Yeah.
only. Okay.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I think we will say superior down, freak up.
My freak cannot go higher.
I am sorry.
Try that.
Blondie, no, I need to write on my notebook.
Do you have any conditions marked?
I have insecure.
I don't know. Hopeless, guilty.
Hopeless
Afraid for
sounds-
Sylvie.
Well, that's like a constant state of mind. So I don't know if that counts.
For everybody, honestly.
I'll take hopeless. This space situation does not sound good. Condition.
I am already anticipating a really cool space Viking fight, however.
I feel like we can fight the space Vikings. I'm not sure about the huntsman. Depends on how evil Charlie is.
Oh, you know, the huntsman's just supposed to be Odin in most myths, so how bad can it go?
And me.
Not like my last name's Odin's daughter or anything.
Eh.
Odin's daughter. Oh no!
Bold of you to assume that's the only god you're gonna encounter.
Oh, Loki's already here.
What the fuck?
I don't know where. He's around here somewhere, though.
I have so many more concerns.
I am afeared.
All right,
I am
Roxy, you're the only one left.
Roxy grew close to the team, specifically Sylvie,
Oh no.
because she learned more about Sylvie and
She's opening up about her problems as they come instead of
of forcing them down and not thinking about them like some people do.
I don't
Wow,
know
who
who
would
that
do
is.
that?
That doesn't sound right.
I have no idea.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Who could that be?
Leave meeting.
Hmm. I'm gonna say I apologize in advance because I don't remember.
That's the point of this, yeah.
Yeah, I know. But still. I will say freak down and mundane up.
That can actually happen.
Only because she made Sylvie feel a little normal after having a massive freak out and waking
Yeah.
everyone up.
It's okay. It happens. We all have bad dreams. Roxy runs into a wall 1,000 times after her bad dreams, but that's fine. It's fine.
All right.
I will say Sylvie's probably not had a dream because Sylvie doesn't sleep since she was human. So there's also that.
So good
yeah,
news,
no
you're
conditions
getting
for
more
me.
human.
So I just change them and I'm going to take...
Good news.
I think that she's feeling less insecure. I think she's still insecure though because we haven't had enough interaction with the polycule being
Normal.
all normal again. Yeah. So I'm gonna just take some potential.
And as so much as anyone in this group is normal.
So normal.
Sweet.
So totally average people.
We have
Yeah.
a space goddess who's into petty crime, a brainwashed fae, a
Brainwashed
hypercharged,
clone.
a hypercharged 2-year-old, and Echo.
Yep.
Super strong. Super strong hypercharged.
And
two-year-old.
Echo. Amazing.
What? Still,
A
the
mad
most-
scientist. Not that
Is-
she's crazy, she's just mad.
She's just
I don't
angry.
know. She's
angry
like mad,
scientist.
like
Really
big
mad.
mad, like petty as fuck. And also like Roxy also is the most emotionally mature of the group. Just
For
And
being
let's not
2
forget their
years old,
pet,
yeah.
emotionally constipated golden retriever boy.
Yes.
yes, love it.
Okay.
Best dynamic ever. The lesbian polycule and their pet golden retriever werewolf.
Black Cat Squad.
I love
In
this.
parentheses, and Joe.
Joe?
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Yeah. Join the Discord to keep up with updates about the show. Have
Yeah,
Post memes. Look at
post
memes.
memes.
have fun. Share
Memes.
pets.
Dog.
love
We
pets.
meme it, all right?
Yeah. Have a good week. Yes. Eat a snack, take a nap.
All the things.
Do
All
something
the-
nice
all
for
those
you. And,
things.
you know, if people try to make you feel guilty about anything, tell them to fuck off.
Yeah.
Go
Unless
outside
they're
and
your
enjoy some
boss,
sun.
Unless
Don't
it's
do
arson.
that.
You should probably feel a little guilty about arson.
No.
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 You know what? Arson sometimes is a valid option, but that is not professional advice. If you set something on fire, we are not liable.
Yeah. Please
Correct.
don't.
Legally, we can't be held responsible for anything.
Yes.
We need to start putting a disclaimer in front of things.
Well, yeah. Have a good one. Bye bye.